Hello everybody and welcome to the MerwinMusic YouTube channel. So in my last video I built this rack here and now I have to hook up all the gear inside of it. So I figured I'd show some tips and tricks that'll hopefully make that process and down the line when I need to troubleshoot anything a whole lot easier. So the first thing that I'm going to do is make a picture mock-up of my rack gear. I did this in Photoshop, but any similar program would work. There are ones that are free that are perfect options for what we're going to do here. So you can see I've gone ahead and made a mock-up of my rack gear. I made this just by putting together pictures, either of the gear from the internet or pictures that I took. And I have here a front view, which doesn't really matter since I can see that in real life. But I also have here a back view of all of that same gear. Now I think that this is going to be helpful for two main reasons. One, because I can take a look at this back view and see all the connections that I have on every piece of gear. So if a situation arises where I need to plug in something extra, I can check here real quick and see exactly how and where I can plug it in. And then when I crawl back behind the rack, I know what I'm looking for, I know where it is, and it's going to be way easier to plug that in. The second reason that I'm going to do this is I'm going to do a bulk of the connections right now and hook everything up. And I'm going to label those so that I can look up what they are and where they are in the future. So obviously right now, after I hook everything up, it should be fine. I shouldn't really need to worry about it. But let's say a year or so down the line, once I've forgotten how everything was hooked up, I'm either trying to switch something around or something stops working and I need to troubleshoot it. This just makes it a little bit easier. You can look up, you can see exactly which cable is kind of giving you the problem and hopefully make that process just a little bit easier. So a bulk of the wiring I want to do is bring some of these line ins and outs from this Fireface to this patch bay so that if I need to plug in a keyboard or I need to run extra headphone mixes or whatever comes up that I need to do, I can just plug in straight into the front of that and not have to crawl around to the back of the interface. So for that, I picked up this audio snake and it just has a whole bunch of colors. So we got white, black, green, yellow, red, brown, blue, and gray. So what I can do is just use my paintbrush tool here and use those same colors. And I'm just going to, you could either draw in a line here. So if I got my red cable, for example, going there. But I think just to make it a little bit neater, I'm just going to mark some little dots here. So I know that red cable goes there to there and so on and so forth with all these colors. So I'm going to get to work and draw up how I want to connect all these, and I'll see you back then. Okay, so I have my wiring plan all laid out here, and now I just have to actually hook all of this up. Now again, this isn't really important now, but maybe in a year or so when I want to change something, or when something stops working and I need to troubleshoot, which inevitably always happens when you're kind of under a time crunch situation, it'll be really handy to be able to pull this up and look and see exactly which cable might be wrong or giving me a problem where I need to switch out and all of that. So that's why I'm going through this effort now to do it, to hopefully alleviate future headaches. So if you guys have any other similar tips or tricks or things you've found helpful to do to keep you from swimming around in cable spaghetti, I'd love it if you let us all know what those are in the comments down below this video. It's always helpful to hear what has worked for other people. But once again, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and have a wonderful day.